Well, hi, Mike Ashland. Yeah, you've come to this part of our website to get some how-tos on how to do meography. First of all, welcome to the meography writing family. A few big things about writing before you get started. Maybe somebody gave you a gift of meography, or somebody said, boy, you ought to write a book. But people get intimidated by that. They worry about that. They think, am I good enough? Am I a good enough writer? Can I spell okay? You know, I'm not a writer. How can I do this? In meography, we ask a question, one at a time. You pick the question, and you answer it. There's something more complex than that. And you might think, well, how's that going to make a decent book? Let's see what decent really is. If your grandfather had died some time ago, and last week you found a book, maybe it's a journal, where he wrote everything you could possibly think of, all kinds of information, you find this thing, do you think in the process of reading it you're going to worry too much about his spelling or his grammar, or are you just going to be excited to have it and have something to hand on to your kids and their kids? That's what this is about. It's about capturing stories and details and things. And speaking of details and things like that, when you answer a question, you could answer the question, what was your best trip? And you could say, I took a trip one time, drove down to the south, and it was really great. That's the answer. But how about if you answered the question like this? It was winter, it was freezing cold, it was god-awful outside. I drove a blue Austin Mini. We drove from Chicago to Texas, and the thing blew up when we got to Texas. I had to sell it for 35 bucks. But I drove with Peggy, told her my whole life story on the way, and now I'm married to Peggy. Big difference. Detail, information. Can you say too much? I don't think so. You'll find the meography tools to be simple, and these how-to videos will help you to learn how to do it. We think you could probably find it and figure it out and play with it by yourself. Some very important videos to watch would be the one on privacy. We know people worry about that. That'll explain how to protect what you write from other people seeing it. On the other hand, the more that you make public, the more that what you write is available to other meography writers. That's important because you have pieces of information and pieces of history and details that will help people flesh out their own stories. So we'd encourage you as much as you can to keep as much of your writing as public as possible. We hope that you have a great old time writing a meography. We hope that it's fun. Hopefully you have invited some collaborators in to help you. They have lots of things to offer, all the little pieces of stories that you have, different points of view, things like that. Or it may be that you're an entire family who is going to make a chapter by every person in your family, and they're all going to answer the same questions. We have family questions that will do just that. So meography serves a lot of purposes, but in the end, it's to record your story, capture it for people who come later, and for you to have fun. Welcome to the meography writing family.